Well, hello. Welcome to Dr. Fredina Holistic Wellness Corner. We are going to be discussing wellness tips for our weekly agenda. First thing, are we ready? We're getting ready to go into fall. Seasons changing. Have we prepared our spirit, soul, and body for the change? As we start our activity today, are we ready intellectually? What are we thinking? What are our thoughts? Are we thinking those things that are honest, pure, just? Builds up success? Are we thinking those things that from last week brought us down, past failures, or dreading the change of the season? Hmm. What about our appearance? Are we ready? Our dress attires change from t-shirts, getting ready to go into maybe jackets and coats and long leggings, or for guys, coats and more pants instead of shorts. Do we have our nutrition together? How much water are we going to drink? Our food intake for this week, not only for the physical body, proteins, carbs, hydrates, how much fat and fibers, but our spiritual. What word do we put in us today? Words that build up, words that encourage, because we know that input produces output. What we put in, death and life, the power of our tongue, will come out of our mouth and affect our identity and those around us. Are we prepared to deal with setbacks? Yes. Everything will not go our way today or throughout this week. How are we going to handle it? Do we have our water to drink when needed? Sanitize it because we're still going through that pandemic. What's in our purse or fanny pack? Do we have the budget that we don't go out spending beyond? Do we have our mask as we go out? Inside, how are we dealing with our soul care? How are our emotions? What is our emotion bank on? Is it half full or drained? Do we need to build up? But taking some time out maybe to breathe deep. Exercise. What's on our plate for this week? Because the weather's changing. Are we still going to go walking outside? Are we going to join a gym? Are we going to work inside? Are we going to do them tricep push-ups from our chair? Are we going to push away from that food we don't need? Are we going to do chair jumping jacks? Or are we going to get up and move more? As we deal with our workload, are we going to balance our family with our me time, with our career goals? Interesting. It's a lot to think about, isn't it? And how are we going to stretch before we move forward? Stretching before we get tension. If we tension in our shoulders, we're going to do those shoulder circulations, stretching out the delts, stretching out the triceps, taking time to push away and go on a walking break. Are we going to take time out to educate ourselves in the area of spirit, soul, and body, in our dreams and our goals? Are we going to take time out to socialize? Stop. Who are we socializing with? Are we going to socialize different from last week to this week? Are we going to be surrounded by negative people? Are we going to surround ourselves with people that build us up and not tear us down? Interesting thoughts, isn't it? Are we going to deal with our core this week? Are we going to work that core sitting down, standing up? We're going to work that rib cage. Are we going to take more deep breaths? Inhale. Are we going to turn away from things that upset us? Or are we going to let that stay and dominate our lifestyle? Interesting. It's a lot to think about, but let's have that plan together before we go out. Because when we step out, we want to make sure that we know that we are fearfully and wonderfully made and that we are ready to fight the good fight of faith. And we're going to stand on our commitments. We're going to maintain our relationships. And most of all, we're going to, when we lay down at night or take our nap, we're going to believe in who we are and what we represent. Now, as you go forth today, remember all those things. Feed yourself spiritually, the Word of God, prayer, meditation, soul care. What are my emotions about? Check them. Physical. Make sure I maintain my physical activity. And most of all, enjoy where we are as we're moving forward for our next plan or schedule agenda. Enjoy and remember, there's no one else like you. When God created you, He made you fearfully and wonderfully made. So walk with the King and be triple blessings whoever you come in contact with today.